this? Go. Hello YouTube. It's January and I've come up the woods, take the dog for a nice walk. Oh God, slip over. Take the dog for a nice long walk, and I'm gonna have a look for some interesting plants for you. Useful plants, foraging, plants that can help you do things, plants that you can eat. I find it fascinating. Right, we'll go to the supermarket and we'll say, right, I need this and that. Oh, there's some cheese, better pick up some cheese. Oh, I'm going to need this. Or I might go to another store and be like, oh, I need some firelighters. Well, long time ago, Neolithic times, medieval times, people had the knowledge. It's all about knowledge. People had the knowledge. They'd walk through the landscape, go in somewhere, and they'd say, oh, there's a bit of that, I'll grab that because I'll need some of that later. Oh, there's a plant there, I can put that in with my oatmeal later. Oh, there's some blackberries, we'll have those. Oh, I managed to get a pigeon, or a squirrel, or a rabbit, or a hare. That's my evening meal sorted out. Basically, it's a more natural way of being. If you can get some knowledge, get some, carry a small selection of kit with you, and then find things on your way. It's quite a nice thing to do. It's a natural thing to do. I'm not the world's best expert at it, but I enjoy doing it. That dog's going crazy. Yeah, so it's January, it's cold, it's damp. Let's have a play in the woods. What are you doing, dog? Billy, come here. Good girl. What's this? What's it? She's hunting. She's only 6 months old. Learning your trade, aren't you? Yeah. Right, first thing I found, a rotten oak tree stump. What the hell would I be interested in that for? Well, this rotten wood here. This is called punk wood. Now, it's damp, it's horrible, but break some off. You can put it in a little tin pot with a lid, or your cooking pot if you want to, if you need to, and you can heat it up in a fire and it'll dry out and it'll make char. Once it's charred, you get charcoal, you make char cloth. This is char wood, and once it's dry and carbonized, all black, then it's very easy to take a spark. Oh. In the old days, people would have a tinder box next to the fire and they'd use a flint and steel, and they would put wood like that has been carbonized in their tinder box, and it's easy to take a strike. I've just spotted something else down there, and yeah, a good firelighter. Right, I need to get over there now. Let's have a look. Whoop. Pheasant. That could have been lunch. Look what I've spotted. Silver birch, fallen, with birch polypore. Right, let's take one of these. Let's take this big one and I'll show you what you can do with it. Okay, birch polypore, there it is. Also known as a razor strop fungus. It is antiviral, antibacterial. It's you can eat it. Doesn't taste that good, but you can dry it, powder it, put it in teas, put it in soups. Very, very good for you. It's anti-inflammatory as well. It's got a hard top, pores in the bottom, white pores. You can slice a bit off, peel the top layer off, the top layer of the underside. That is a plaster. That is highly absorbent. You can wrap it around a cut. It stops bleeding. What's the word for that? It's like the old styptic pins you used to get for shaving with cutthroat razors. It stems blood flow. It's absorbent. It's antiseptic. It's amazing. That is a plaster. Tie it on. Brilliant. Razor strop. If you take a slice off it like that and let it dry, it becomes dry and crispy, and it's slightly abrasive. It's got a very fine abrasive quality to it, and you can actually use it to sharpen, strop your knives. So that's another use for it. So yes, if you dry it, crumble it up, powder it, it's a very, very good tinder for flint and steel. So, I mean, it's a bit of everything. It's a medicine. It's a food. It's a superfood. Yeah, it's a plaster. It does everything. Amazing. Birch polyol. You can find it on birch trees. And also with the birch, a silver birch, another amazing thing you can do with it is the bark is nature's best firelighting material. Let's peel some bark off. Silver birch. Do not peel the bark off a living tree. The bark is what protects it, stops it getting infections. If you find dead ones like this, fallen branches, fallen trunks, take your knife, peel some off. It is full of oils. It burns like a demon once it's going. So it is really nature's best firelighting material. Doesn't take much to collect. Easy to identify because it's white or silver. So you can't miss the tree. I mean, I spotted this one from the track. We'll take some of that and I'll show you how to use that later. But there you go. Nature's own firelighter. Another useful plant. Another plant that's everywhere in the UK. Bramble or blackberry tree. There you are, there's some old blackberries still on it. No good for eating now, but when blackberry season is in, help yourself. You'll pay £4 for a punnet of blackberries in the supermarket. Why would you pay? And also, when it's young, the young leaves, pick them, chop them up, put them in boiling water, make yourself bramble leaf tea. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, there's another one. That's everywhere. I mean, everybody knows blackberries. Simple. You can also make cordage from the stems if you can get past all the thorns. One of my favourite trees, the ash. Ash is amazing for burning. If you find dead ash, it burns brilliantly. Leaves lots of nice big hardwood coals for cooking on. It'll also burn even when it's green, when it hasn't been seasoned. And the main reason why I like ash is that pigeons love to sit on the branches of ash trees. So if you're after a pigeon, sit at the bottom of an ash tree on the edge of a woodland. Pigeons are one of the first birds to come to roost at night, and they'll fly to a woodland and they will land on the branches of a tree, usually an ash tree, on the edge of the woodland, and they'll sit and they'll think, is this a good place? Is this a good woodland? Let's listen, let's look, let's see if we can find anything going on in there. Is there any danger? And then they'll sit there for 5 minutes, and then they'll say, yep, okay, we'll go farther in, we'll get into some ivy around a tree or something, get in under the foliage, nice and warm, keeps the wind away. But they always stop at ash trees, amongst others, but mostly ash. So if you're out with your catapult or your air rifle and you've got permission, bottom of an ash tree, close to the edge of a woodland, like this one, perfect place to sit and wait for a pigeon. This dog is a nutcase, aren't you? Jeez, she doesn't stop. I think she's enjoying herself. Speaking of pigeons, some bird of prey has had a nice meal here. Sparrowhawk, I think. They will grab hold of a pigeon, hold him on the ground, pluck him while he's still alive. Horrible death. But that's what that is. Once I was sat in a meadow under an oak tree doing a bit of shooting, and I was fully camoed up with a face net on as well, gloves, and I heard and a blackbird came flying through the boughs of this tree, chased by a sparrowhawk. The sparrowhawk nailed it and landed 10 feet away from me, and he proceeded to pluck and eat this blackbird while it was still alive. Horrific to watch, but amazing to watch as well. Such a privilege to see it that close. He didn't notice me, he was so intent on his dinner. So yeah, there you go. A horrific nature story. Look at that, a bunch of ash trees all growing from the same base. Just spotted this little beauty growing out of the earth bank. This is known as a Scarlet Elf Cup. Not really edible. You wouldn't find enough of them to eat anyway, but it is a styptic. That's what I was thinking of earlier. That's the word I wanted earlier, styptic. Dry it, powder it, put it on wounds, stops bleeding. In America, I think they used to use it on umbilical cords of babies, stop the bleeding. There you go, Scarlet Elf Cup. There's another useful little plant. There goes a squirrel down there. What is it? Squirrel? Yeah. Where's he gone? I wish this camera had a zoom. What squirrels will do is they will run up a tree, but they'll run on the opposite side to you, and they will peek their head around the corner and have a quick look, see if you're still there. But they will always go round the other side of the tree trunk, other side of the branches. There's another squirrel up there on that branch. You will not be able to see him. He's just sat sideways onto me. I have got my catapult, but I can't be bothered to go for him because what's the point? I'm not hungry. I'm not starving. I don't need to eat him. Let him go. Ooh, look at that underneath this log. See him? King Alfred's cakes. King Alfred's cakes. Named after King Alfred, who was supposed to watch the fire and he burned all the cakes. I'll tell you about those now. King Alfred cakes. That's a small one. See inside, it looks like charcoal. It looks like charred wood. Can you see that? That's a King Alfred's cake. And if you were to leave this to dry, this one's damp. If you were to leave it to dry, again, very good tinder for flint and steel. Throw some sparks on it. It holds a spark really well. Oh, you are a pain in the bum. Do you know that? Yeah, a nice lady came walking past and the dog decided she was cute enough to be fussed and ran off. So stay there. And this stick's getting on my nerves. Anyway, yeah. King Alfred's cake, dry it, throw a spark onto it. Even a small minor spark will catch on this. Blow it into an ember, put your tinder on, blow it, fire. Brilliant. I've cut my finger. Need to find some of that birch polyol. Yep, there you go. Another one. King Alfred's cake. Let's make a cup of tea with some of this birch bark that we got earlier. Nature's best firelighter, I told you. Scrape the top of your birch bark. Get some fine shavings and dust. Whoop. Look at that. Right, in it goes. In it goes. Kettle on. In with some twigs. Very hard to film this. Hang on. There you go. Everything's a bit damp today, but we will do it. Kettle's boiled. We're drinking Ivan chai tea, which I made myself last autumn. Ivan chai tea is made from rosebay willow herb. It's you process the leaves. It's too much to explain right now, but yeah, it's very nice tea, a natural tea, foraged by me, and you buy the tea bags from Amazon. You can fill them with whatever you want and make yourself a brew. There's your tea bag. I'll open it up. Rosebay willow herb. I'll do a video sometime on how to do it, but there's lots of videos online. Yeah, collect it in the autumn, late summer, autumn, collect the leaves, make your own tea. It's like a slightly spicy green tea. It's really nice. Even better with a squirt of honey in it, but yeah. A nice warm drink. The pigeons are coming in. It's starting to get dark. Listen. See, I'm on the edge of the woodland. There's just been about 15 pigeons. They've all roosted in those trees over there. They're going to have a look around. There's another one. They're going to have a look around, see if there's any danger, and then move farther into the wood, find somewhere to roost for the night. Last birds home, crows. Crows every time. They wait until it's pretty much dark, and then they come in. So if you see the crows, you're too late. Right. Until next time, let's do some more foragey, useful plant, bushcrafty stuff. See you later. Good girl. Yeah, have another couple. Stop being a pain in the bottom. Good girl.